Hello, my name is Nella Soljic. This project is called Marketing Melville with a focus in college visits. So you'll hear me talk about what the problem at Melville is, what college visits are, what do they do for us, what Melville has to offer, three marketing techniques, three marketing techniques that I could help three marketing techniques I think could help market our college visits better, and a conclusion where I show you what the best options for Melville would be. So, you'll hear me talk about Melville High School having free college visits available to their students. And then you'll hear me talking about how there has been an impact on the attendance rates. So, previously having a bunch of people show up and how that's changed since COVID 19. Like I said before, you'll hear me talk about college visits, why we need them, how they benefit us, what they are. Three ways that we can market our visits better psychologically, and deciding what technique works best for Melville each year. So let's get started with the problem at Melville. It's as plain as simple as this. We have college visits that not enough people are attending. We have visits to the State Technical College, Missouri S&T, and SIUE. Because people haven't been attending them, we've had great impacts on these opportunities. For example, last year we had SEMO as one of our options, but due to its lack of attendance from students from Melville, we had to actually swap it out with another college. We also see another problem because we have trouble filling our buses for these campus visits, so we have to join with Oakville in order to have enough numbers for these buses, which kind of also puts the ball in Oakville's court and lets them have a say in what visit we want to do rather than our school having all the say. It's so important that we have these campus visits because I was reading a research paper on students who have been a part of campus visits and been exposed to them, and this is the quote that came from it. Students exhibit higher levels of college knowledge, efficiency, and grit, as well as a higher likelihood of conversing with school personnel about college. I know you guys have been through college, but let's just run it down real quick. College visits are appointments made by students that are interested in universities, and usually you meet up with an admissions counselor. They kind of walk you through the campus, show you where like most of your classes would be, depending on your major, and just let you get a feel for the school. Another great quote is, explaining why we have to have in-person college visits. So it says, virtual visits cannot show you the warmth of professors or the friendliness of the students. It can't prove how delicious the food is or how much admissions counselors care about your children. And crazy enough, we're advertising these visits in every form of communication we have in the district. So that is tap happenings, that is sending out emails through your score account, that is contacting parents, that's having it on the announcements every morning. So what can we do? That's really what it boiled down for me. We are doing everything it seems that we can do, but we still haven't been getting a great enough attendance. So what could we do? That's where my marketing techniques come into play. This year, I took a social media marketing class just by accident. And while I was doing this project, this multimodal advocacy project for Cheryl, I was also doing psychological techniques of marketing for my marketing class. And for some reason, everything kind of clicked because I knew I wanted to do this for advocacy. But then I also saw all the marketing techniques that we were learning, 12 of them to be exact. And I was like, which one of these could help for my case? So that's how I came up with these three. So you have the bandwagon effect, the loss aversion effect, and the framing effect. So each have like different uses and different pros and cons, and we'll look through that in a second. But the bandwagon effect is just having the urge to do something because everyone else is pretty much doing it. The loss aversion effect is kind of FOMO, like just the fear of missing out on something, so you partake in it. And the framing effect is influence by presentation, so making everything more pointed for the customer, or in our case, our students. So the bandwagon effect is kind of the most self-explanatory, especially for any sports lovers. Um, if we have more students attend these visits, then more students will follow them. So there's a lot of people who get really nervous to do these kinds of things. And when they see larger groups, especially people who are influential to them, partaking in them, they have this urge to also do what those people are doing because those people are um, they're so envious of those people and kind of want to have that confidence and that passion, that drive. And so they want to do the same exact thing. And I see Melville High School using this in terms of like sending someone from our leadership teams to these visits and having them talk about it. I would say even having Melville Media send someone to do a story on it and kind of just open everyone's eyes to it because a large amount of people, I don't believe it's not I don't believe they don't go because they don't want to, but like me, they didn't know about them. So, obviously with every effect that you'll see, there's going to be some cons, and with the bandwagon effect, the most, you know, like the largest con of it all would be that some people would join their friends and take up spots for people who really enjoy the college and instead kind of just mess around and not take it seriously. The To me, those people are still getting something out of it though. Having an admissions counselor next to you when you're going through a campus is incredibly reward. So then we have FOMO, aka the loss aversion effect. And so that is kind of just pushing people to make a decision quicker, giving them less time to kind of like talk themselves out of it. And of course, that's just educating our students, showing them what they will miss when they do not attend these visits. So some schools even offer scholarship opportunities. It gives you a chance to prepare for other college visits, and you can even get free items. The largest issue we see with the loss aversion effect is because these people are making decisions so quickly, it can prevent them from making well thought out decisions. And so it can make it so that once they actually arrive to this campus visit, they realize they have absolutely no interest in it, which, obviously, again, takes spots from people that, deserve to have them. Lastly, we have the framing effect. This is the definition of choosing your next words wisely. We see this when hand sanitizer bottles say killing 95% of germs versus saying 5% of germs surviving. Everyone wants more power or success. So, wording things in a way that implies that you will receive more of those two things. That's how we would use it at Melville. The only issue I really find with this is some people just won't care about the statistic. Um, with that also comes the fact that we have to come up with a lot of these statistics. And so we have to get accurate surveys that have no bias and fully incorporate them. And I just included a couple of these techniques on various media sites just to show what they look like in the everyday world. And now let's tie it to Melville. There are three very large things to remember. The technique that Melville High School ends up using either this year or this semester or even today, it can change. It will be ever changing, even. Um, as the people, the students, the staff change, we will also have to change the marketing technique. And sometimes one can work for the situation, or maybe even all three could work for the situation. Number two is that college visits are crucial. We do need these things. Whenever there is lack of attendance, it lessens our chances of continuing to have more and more of these college visits, which are so crucial to our learning. And the last thing to remember always is have fun with it. Over the last 3 months, researching this and continuously emailing and reaching out to various people, I sometimes have to realize that I need to take a step back and have fun with it. So, some of those effects, they have really serious ways to go about it, but sometimes it's as easy as giving out free stuff, having free little challenges. Um, just kind of making the topic of college not as scary as it, normally is. I appreciate your time and I thank you very much. If you have any further questions on anything I said in this presentation, please let me know. And yeah,